Today we are going to see chapter 16, verse number 1 and 2. How this verse is going to help us in our daily life, in our every breath. Allah sends down in every breath of ours His message. We believe in Allah. Allah, the word, means the none but He. So nothing happens without His permission and without His order, nothing befalls you. In our every breath, His order and command is given to the angels. We believe in the angels. We believe in Allah, the none but Him, who brought us into this world. Before our being thrust into this world, He created the heavens and the earth and every cosmic bodies and everything that we know and we know not for our own sake. We use it or we discard it. It is to our own pleasure or to our own doom. The more and more we are concentrating our mind towards our soul. So we believe in the soul, we believe in the mind, we believe in the life force that derives out of this combination, deprived out of its relevance. Either we accept our soulful command in our mind or we discard it. If we accept, the decree is different. If we don't accept, our doom is upon us. We earn it. It is not that God gives you. The soul always inspires you with the God's command, the God's will and wish, and He is to perform it on you. That's His promise. And we have already taken a solemn oath with our Lord that there is none but you to guide us all through our lives in this world, today and tomorrow and forever. We don't think our life will be ended here. Our body will be put to death, but our lives will continue. Where the life is, we do not know. How the life is infused into us, we do not know. But Allah gives you a very, very beautiful instance here that every single feel that you have in your mind is because of His inspiration. He delivers His wish upon you and He sends down the guidance to you towards fulfillment of His promise. There is a covenant between Allah and us. Here Allah says, chapter 16, 1. The command of Allah has come to you. The command of Allah has come to you. Allah means the none but Him. There are three pronunciations in this. Allahu. Al means the. La means no. The none, comma, who means Him, the none but Him. For any good that you want, it is from Him. For any evil that you want, you fail to remember Him, you forget Him, and then you deviate away from Him onto your own course. This is the life most of us are living while we are alive. And we don't believe anything beyond our capacity to perceive using our five senses. In a way, we are animals like when we are using the five senses. If we don't use the five senses, then the sixth sense alone will prevail. Believe in the unseen. That brings the real sense of appreciation of our life. When I say it is my life that is to be properly conducted all through my living here, then you listen to the word of Allah. Allah gives you the decree. He judges you based on your previous works, whether you had done an evil work or you have done a good thing. It is in His book. And that book is your conscience. In your conscience, you know what you had done in the past, you know the good and evil that you had done in the past, the injustice that you had done, the wrong you had committed upon others and unto yourselves. You know very well that is the book. I have booked myself here for the good and for the reward of my own evil works. So, this is how Allah is teaching you in every moment, in every age of yours. This is what you had done before, and the reward or punishment is this. Whoever believes in Allah, they believe in the command of Allah. Whoever believes in Allah, they believe in the command of Allah. That command is good for good and bad for bad. And tomorrow, what you must attain from Him is the glad tidings He has given today. Do not worry about the future, is the glad tiding. Do not fear tomorrow, that's the glad tiding. Do not be aggrieved of what you had lost in the past, that's a commandment. And about today, everything is perfectly prepared for you in order that you will be living for yourself from this moment onwards by the decree of God, and nothing is going to happen the way you want it to happen. Is it right or wrong? Even now, we are listening, we are speaking, we are doing something, and we are thinking about something. It is not in the way I want. Suppose I have a problem. I wish that problem be solved. I am thinking and thinking and thinking. My present wish is that problem must be solved and must be guided, and the guidance must be clear to me now. But the more and more I think, slower and slower is the evolution of my thought level and appreciation of my thought. Then finally, I have a guidance. Yes, this is the way I will tread. This is the path I will follow for my better future. Is it not so? And the moment I think that I want a solution, it is not coming through. So the present is not in my hands. I want to do certain things I want to do, but it is not done in the way I wanted it to be done. The moment I start thinking, the moment I start speaking, I am sending my commands to my servants. Nobody takes it in the way that I want. And I am not expressing myself also in the way I wish. There is nothing in your hands presently. There was nothing in your hands in the past, so Allah forgives you. Because we are not a people who give a thought to our own requirements, our own need, our own wish. We don't give a thought to whether what we actually want is the mind first and then whatever you gain in the worldly things, or the worldly things are the first things that you require. After that, you will see how you will be using it. No, how you will use it, what you want precedes before anything that follows materially. This world is nothing but sport and play, nothing but amusement, nothing but diversion from the reality, nothing but the diversion from the straight path. For us, God's message is this: the command has come. In each and every one of you, there is the command of God. What that command? Your deep wish is the command. You foresee so many things that must be disturbing to your life. Foresee so many things that will be not good to your mind, that will bring discomfort to your soul, and you are looking for a very bleak future. All those things are there in the mind to cause enough worry and apprehension. Our anxiety is the present life today. Our apprehension is the future. And what we had lost, our depression and delusion, is the past. So we will not be in a such situation where we are following a matter of illusion. Whatever I have in my mind has certain things that I have to do materially using my hands and legs and mouth, definitely is not going to gain anything for you. Allah's command has come. Let everything be set aside. I am going to conduct you. From this moment onwards, throughout your future, see, listen to this word of Allah. Chapter 16, verse number 1. The command of Allah comes. It has come already. Materially, it is going to manifest before you. The command of Allah has come. It is coming. It comes your way. You don't have to follow a path different to that of mine. My path, everything is towards you. Your path is everything towards away from you, towards something else which you imagine. That is not the way. Believe in Allah, things will come to you, and you will have the straight path. Now you can advance in that course, and you gain whatever you want. And the road is always leading towards you. This is way. This is the way Allah guides you. Every possible way towards you, and you can choose any way. This is for your own gain. And if you stay at home, it will come to you also. Who will deny this? There are so many things that happened in our life unexpectedly. So many good things are happening. Just feel and listen to God when you ask yourself how this happens. Something you had not expected, but it's a beautiful thing, it has happened. These are the things that had happened in the life of our past. How does it happen? When you're thinking about someone, suddenly he is appearing before us. I am going to call someone, the call comes to me from the same person. And there are beautiful things which you had not expected, but suddenly it is dawning upon you. Even a beautiful day, the dusk, the dawn, everything is beautiful, everything is good for you. You are not doing it, but God brings you to happen from heavens down to earth so that it gives you the serenity in this life. Your life is full of your environment and your atmosphere inside and outside of you. This is your life, not the material thing that you are going to create for you in your own house, amassing the wealth and adoring the house, adorning your beauty with everything that has no life. Whatever you adorn yourself and then adore, because you have the wealth and the worldly pleasures around you, it is giving you actually restriction of movements for you. When you come out in the world, into the world, then you see how vast it is, how widely spread it is, what an ambience you have between the heavens and the earth. You can look up the sky, you can measure the entire world by your sight, by your vision, as far as it would reach, and then you can travel in the way you want with utmost pleasure without any discomfort. All these things are there in your heart. Allah says it is coming. For those who listen to my words, for those who believe my command, for those who fear my justice, for those who appreciate my decree, everything goes in one line so that I am racing towards the benefits of Allah. I am racing towards the forgiveness of Allah so that the earth and heavens belong to me. That means that atmosphere surrounding me must be in conformity to my wish. The nature, the environment around me should be embracing me to give me utmost comfort. That is the world, heavens and the earth. They belong to me. Whatever is in the heavens that comes down upon the earth to give it a lush and liveliness. We don't have to rush through to acquire all these things materially. Everything will be created for you. So the command of Allah has come to you. Till now, everything inside your heart is a beautiful command, all centered around don't worry, have comfort. Don't worry, have comfort. There's nothing more to it. I'm going to create everything for you, but you are imagining this is the comfort I want. No, He is going to create it for you, and He is not going to create copying His own creation. He had created earlier all new creations. So will you restrain from imagining? The moment I give you a beautiful command, my order is in place, and the justice will be met, and you will be given for your patience, not immediately rushing to your imaginations, and then you create something materially in your mind, and then you are expecting it. It is not so. Do not follow an illusion. We are not following illusion, but we are disillusioned already, and we are following a delusion. This will cause depravity. Depravity is not our life, and all our life is progressing towards fulfilling our commitment to meet the desire of God, the wish of God, the will and command that has been inspired into me. This is how we are going to start our life today based on chapter 16, verse number 1. And thus command has come. Why do you turn to Allah? To none but Him. I have expended all my options in this earth, all my directions I have exhausted, and in the process I have become very weak now. I do not know what to do. If you are a believer in God, you believe that God knows everything. He has power over all things. So whatever He has given to you as an inspiration, just mind yourself. God has power over it. We have no power. So what God expects from you is, return it back to me. Whatever I have inspired you with, as my wish, return it back to me. I am the performer of my duty, not you. All I want from you is to believe me. And I want you to seek belief from me. Don't say, I will believe you. You do not know what a belief is. Believing in the unseen is the belief. But you believe in the unseen all worst things, all evil things, all things that is debarred for you. When you can imagine and believe the worst, you don't understand that you should believe in the best God has given to you. How deviated we are from the truth. This is not the way we will be leading our life from this moment onwards. God's command has come. Just look into your heart and see the wishes therein, which you cannot accomplish it. But you want it dearly. That which you cannot accomplish, you want it very dearly, and that is closest to your heart. Why don't you believe when you can believe the opposite of it? That is also not there before you. And you will not commit. The maximum is that between the pleasure and the point of death. I want to die because of my misery. You cannot die. I want to live because of the God's blessings, but it will definitely happen if you believe, but you don't believe. On the one hand, you don't believe. On the other hand, you can't die even if you want to die. God has power over everything. If you want to get rid of all your problems, finally they say, I want to die, but they cannot. They will fear the death. But on the other hand, say, believe in me, they cannot believe. This is the plight of a person who doesn't believe in God, but who believes in his own self, who believes in his own abilities and in his own knowledge, and who believes in his own striving. The more I strive in this world, the better I will be. Let them strive now to get rid of their miserable situation. It is impossible. So they would like to commit suicide, still they cannot do. What is not possible to them, they believe. What is possible with God, they don't believe. What is worst for them, they can believe that it will happen. What is best for them, they will believe it will not happen. They will have a big question mark as to what belief is. Belief is believing in the unseen, believing all the good that is commanded upon them, that they are inspired with, as only a wish and will from God, and it's a beautiful command that has dawned upon them. Whether they follow it, whether they appreciate it, whether they want it, whether they dearly want it, and whether they seek in prayer for it, whether they strive with patience towards it, they are the people who hasten towards the blissful life in this earth. They are the ones who are saved from the abysmal depths of fiery life in this world. But we believe in the negativity, but not in the beautiful inspiration God has given you. We are the people who are proud about our knowledge and about our ability. As long as I am proud, I will not have any chance to believe in the Almighty power. We are the most deprived people, and the depravity will be our life till the end of our mission in this world. So, where will you proceed from this moment? You will proceed straight away, ascending to the heavens and beyond, and reach the godliness. Keep it in mind that your ascent is above, not spreading out on the earth like locusts spreading out on the earth. It is not the way that we will be wishing for our future. Whatever we wish for our future is totally a delusion. We will be deluded, we are following an illusion. We must be very careful not to follow our line of thoughts. Anything that we have as material before our before ourselves as a happening that will happen in my future. It is not a material world that I will be looking forward to. It is a non-material belief I will have inside of my mind, which is a wish. It has not been transformed into a material aspect. We will not give any visible aspiration, any visible appreciation of our thoughts. We will not give a visible appreciation to our thoughts. We will be only following the instincts, the inspirations, and follow that inspirations and instincts for the best benefit of you. So Allah's command has come now. Beautiful things are there in the heart. Believe in it. And the worst things are there in your heart as your imagination. Dispel it. Now, God says, so be not impatient for it. Be not impatient for it. Everything God creates for you, it is not from something that He has already created, He is distributing out of it. I am seeing the entire nature. I want the entire nature to be in my favor. Will you now follow the natural inspiration given to you, or you will follow only to that extent your knowledge could reach? I want to follow the inspiration. The best part of my inspiration is when God commands you with certain things, there's bounties and bestows upon you as blessings. Every single inspiration, I am blessed with the wish of God, and that wish I must understand, I must perceive, I must be concentrating on it. It is not a simple breathing in and breathing out. Every time I'm breathing in, it's a life force generated within me, and it is going to build up my entire bodily forces against all evil forces. The godliness will be there in my mind, not the ugliness of my thought. I will not become unholy by not giving a thought, not giving a sight to what has been inspired to me. That insight is essential for me. Insight is most important now, not the external vision. The external vision is mere exasperation. The internal sight is the beautiful tomorrow that is going to blossom as a blessing for me. That blessing is there in your heart as a wish. That wish has been given to you by the angels. We believe in the angels. When we believe in Allah, then none but Him, I have exhausted all my resources and I have expended all my energy. There's nothing more with me except the wish God has given to me. So He is the only one now before me. This is the Almighty power finally attaining its strength. Because you believe, begin to believe after exhausting all your earthly ways, all your worldly ways. It is only Him, and that portion is only Him, none but Him. That portion comes to you only when you exhausted everything. Should it happen only at that moment, or even before that, you can understand none but Him can help me, none but Him can protect me, guiding me through all my wishes. We know that definitely God is the best source for me. Believe today, don't believe at the fag end of your life. You have lost many, many, many a good thing. It is impossible for us to retrieve whatever we had lost, but it is possible for God to give you everything in one show, one clear creation from Him, that you can be made to enter into the heavenly life here. That is like the spread of the heavens and the earth all together. As if it is the expanse of the heavens and the earth. Everything will be brought to you in a nutshell, and that will be placed inside your heart. Nothing evil is happening before you. All wrong things have gone away from you. All the splendor and beauty has come upon you, and you can see evidently in the atmosphere and in the environment around you, and that is the beauty of God's creation for each and every individual, individualistically, separately, one different from the other. So raise towards His forgiveness. Race towards His forgiveness. How? How to race towards His forgiveness? I am not racing towards my end. I am not worrying. I am not in agony about my future today, because future is to be created for me. But I am creating a future where there is only hell for me, and I am already starting to live there while I am presently living. I shift my position. I shift my life to a future dismal situation, and I start living there. I am the disbeliever, I am unholy. God rejects me as we forget Him. God doesn't forgive us anymore because all the good things He has given you, you have pushed it aside, or you have thrown it behind your backs because of your pride. You have turned a deaf ear to the God's blessings. Now listen and give ears to what God says in your inspiration. That's a feel. Every inspiration is a feel. All feel are good, but the feel is disturbed into feelings. You have become emotional. All feelings are emotional. That feel is a good thing, a beautiful thing in a compact form. It is given to you. It has to be decoded and unraveled for you in the course of time. Only thing is believe. Believe the core project. The entire project will be ending up in a beautiful product that will be created for you. Wait for that. Don't think that you are going to make up your future. As any human being, can he think that he is going to create a future? Can he create tomorrow in the way he wants it to be? Everything that must fall in line according to wish from heavens down to earth, its coolness, its beauty, its liveliness, its freshness. Are you going to create? No. When that is the case, how do you expect that in the way that you want, you are going to create the entire future, and you are creating only hell for you because of your disbelief? And because of your inability, every single attempt at a good thing that you want to achieve is shattering to pieces. Finally, it makes you totally a deluded person. It makes totally a depressed person, which will later on lead you to further depression and depression, that you will die of depression, that gloomy mind. This is not the way we will die. We will be dying in peace and pleasure, with a good pleasure of God and His forgiveness, because we believed in the Almighty power that He would create a new world for me, not in the pride and prejudice that I live until this moment, and they start living from this moment, even increasing in my miserable situation, miserable position of my mind. So change your mental picture now from the miserable status to the highly appreciable status, that God will forgive you and bless you with more benevolence. His graciousness is what we want now. So the command has come. You are having my graciousness now. I am merciful to you. I am forgiving you. I am bestowing in each and every inspiration of yours my inspiration wishes there. Concentrate. What are the good things that is there in your heart? You are not going to create, I am going to create. I am the creator, you are not the creator. You are the created one. You will die soon. You are expecting your death, but die honorably. I have created you honorably, but you don't die dishonorably. Come with a good existence and live this world with good experiences, and God is there to receive you with open hands to give you of His mercy, to give you from His forgiveness more and more and more, so that you'll be blessed thereafter too. The body will die, the life will live, the life will not die. Your form and shape will die. Your life, your mind, your soul will not die. It is taken in one compactness. Will you follow now? There is something that is guiding us, a life force guiding us, a thought that is guiding me, that's unseen. Will you believe in the unseen guiding force now? I must have better knowledge. Knowledge is not a visible thing. Knowledge is a thing that has to be inspired into me. Knowledge is something that comes out of wisdom. The belief is the wisdom. From the belief, I am gaining the knowledge because of my strength in the perceptibility. Perception is at most essential now if you want to follow the godliness. If you want to follow the material knowledge, then you have left the godliness and you have stepped into a course that is not going to give you any attainment in the future. So God's command has come now. Every inspiration is about your futures, all godly things that should happen to you. That will come before you. You don't have to explore things for you. Every direction, from every angle, His mercy, His forgiveness will come to you. That has come here as an inspiration, all beautiful things about tomorrow. I am believing it now. But what you believe is what you are going to create, though you know you are not a creator, though you know you cannot give life to any of your creation. Just see all your inventions, all your material that you had created in this world, none has life source in it. None is living. Everything is dead. You are living on a deadly material. Even parasites can thrive on a deadly material, but not you. Upon your own inventions, you cannot thrive, but you will be finding a depreciation in your mental capacity, acuity, acumen. You will find a depreciation in it. The more and more you are proud about your inventions, you are proud about your worldly pleasures, and you are proud about your wealth and children and people around you, definitely you are on the depreciation process. Where are you now? Are you going to create the world for you, or the creator of the world must come to you for your help and protection? Yes, I want the creator to come to my protection, to my help, to my guidance. If this is your wish, believe in the unseen. Belief is essential, but most of us don't believe. We don't know the word believe. Rather, we hate the word belief because we think that everything is in our hands. What do you have in your hand? You're getting older and older and older by the day. Can you stop it? But you want to stop it now. You only makeup. That makeup doesn't have energy. That makeup doesn't have any life force. It doesn't have any life source also. You're not going to be polished from one moment to another moment, but you are becoming haggard. You are becoming shrunken with wrinkles on the face as you get old. Your hair has become gray and it falls off. Every single thing is acting against your wish. You want to look younger by the day, but you grow older by the day. Try to change it if you can. You are driving yourself towards death, but you want to live forever. But Allah's decree is that you will die. But what you want is you are going to live forever. Everything, whatever there is a truth in your heart, you don't accept it, you reject it, but you want to live forever and you want to do against the will of God, the command of God, and you will be undoing. That's what you think. Every process that God has already set forth for you. Do you think you can change it? But if we believe that we can change it, it's all in our efforts. That's what you say. Then you say, I hope to do that. I hope things will come my way. I hope things will change. What is the difference between hope and the belief? Hope is in your hands, belief is in His hands. If you believe, everything is in His hands. If you hope, everything is in your hands. And you have confidence. You say you have nothing with you. I am confident to do it. Then why don't you do it today? Why do you postpone it for tomorrow? Why don't you do it today if you have confidence, if you have hope? Why don't you do it today? It's not in your hands. It may happen, it may not happen. So you are leading your life wherein when you use your knowledge only on the plus of a gambling, you take your life as a chance game. It is not the way God has created for you. Definitely, it is there for you. It is not a delusion God has given to you. He has spoken the truth, and He is the promise, the owner of the promise, and He's the owner of all praise because He's the performer of His promise. He will not let you down because you believe Him. Don't use the ugly words like confidence, hope, but believe. Believe in the unseen. Whenever you decide something tomorrow, you cannot do it today, and tomorrow is not in your hands. You know pretty well everything about it. Instead of saying belief, you say hope. I have confidence. What sort of confidence? You know the way. If you know the way, do it today. Why tomorrow? We must believe. Allah's command has come. Don't hasten about it. So whatever you think of, absolutely it is a falsehood. Absolutely it is not the one that you will want. Definitely about tomorrow, whatever you are preparing today, using your knowledge, material knowledge, is going to cause hell of a problem to you tomorrow. So do not hasten towards it. That's the second line. God's command comes, so seek not to hasten it. My command is one thing, what you are hastening towards is another thing. Exactly the opposite of what I had inspired you with. So restrain yourself, be patient, understand what God has given you. Thereafter, you follow whatever God has given you in your inspiration. You aspire for that. Don't expire yourself following your imaginations. Full of apprehension and anxiety. No apprehension, no anxiety about tomorrow because the good word has come to you. It should not happen. Whatever you think, it should not happen. That is the first word that has come from Him. Don't worry, have a beautiful day ahead. But you think in your own line, with your understanding, ability, whatever you had perceived as knowledge, you put things there, created things there, you imagine things over there, and then you follow it as if it is the life of tomorrow. Definitely, created things have no life, it is not going to stay there. Every moment, created things are depreciating itself. It is on the dying scale. It is lowering down in its rank. All physical formations. Finally, it is reduced to dust. Don't become a dusty material by thinking about a future wherein you place all your imaginations as created things. He is the creator, you are not the creator. So fear me. God says, so be not impatient for it, exalted is He, high above what they associate with Him. So don't associate your knowledge with His wisdom. Don't associate your ways with His way. His way is taking you on the ascent. Your way is burying yourself in the depth of the abysses, the gravest situation that you can ever expect. Don't follow your ways. Don't be on the descent. Be on the ascent. Only if you believe and have faith now. Show your thanks to Him for whatever you have gained today. As a lively thing, still, it is giving you certain comfort. Whatever materials that give me comfort, it is because of certain life He has given to that objects that you are using it. It is also helping you. Suppose if I use this phone doesn't have any life force, but God can bring life to it. That means it will be comfortable to me because I believe in God. God is the creator. He can give life to it that comforts me. Otherwise, it is terrible. The heat may be there, the irritation may be there, nothing fruitful comes out of it, and I am abhorring it because it doesn't serve me. But whatever you have as your pleasurable things must serve you rather than you activating it. God must activate it. Which of this will you deny? God's help or your help? Your help is leading to a miserable situation. God's help gives you a comfortable position. Which of this you will deny? Which of this you will accept? Treat your mind fairly by making it inclining towards the will of the soul. From the soul, God speaks to you of His message, and the angels are descending on you, bringing the inspiration of Allah, and His decree is final. And all those things that you have in your house, in your heart, that you houses in your soul and in your mind, is beautiful things about tomorrow. You are not the creator, He is the creator, the only creator. Believe in that, show your thanks to Him, remembering the past. Bring your citations of your past today and start remembering about all good things that has not come from you but came from Him. Likewise, if I am satisfied with this, tomorrow's life is from Him, not from me. This subduance, this subjugation before God and submission your will to Him, sufficient for Him, that you will lead a beautiful life, a memorable life for all time to come, from this moment onwards. And all that Allah wants from me is to show you thanks to Him for all the good things that He had gained all this life. Even now I am suffering from something, yeah, relief comes to me. That will be very brief period of relief. To that I must show them my thanks that He can extend the relief to a complete cure. This is how I will believe. But what happens is my knowledge intervenes, and I hasten towards my knowledge, preparing myself tomorrow for whatever I have as my knowledge. I believe my knowledge more than believing in the unseen wisdom God will create for me. And God's creation is a new phenomena. What I know is the oldest ways, all the bygone days, whatever the people suffered, those suffering ways alone I know until I meet my destruction in the end. Now the second verse, go to the second verse, chapter 16, verse number 2. He sends down the angels with the spirit of His command. The spirit of His command. You love it so much. That's the command from Him. How great it could have been had I received His blessings right now. But God says, be patient. I will give you slowly. You're already in that environment. The moment you have believed in it, you are already in that environment. Change the environment. Also, there is an environment of knowledge around you. That is going to happen tomorrow. Between the evil, between the right and the wrong, the just and injustice, things are hovering around you, above you. Everywhere, wherever you see, the combination of both your knowledge and your wish. The wish of God is going to be created. Your knowledge, you are going to create. And the wish of God is beautiful. Your knowledge already leads you to a very, very desperate moment. That's your target. I cannot do, but I hope to receive certain good things. I cannot do, but I hope things will change. How things will change? Then why do you believe in your knowledge? I don't do, I cannot do, I'm not able to do, but I hope things will be better. Who will turn it out to be a better thing? Who will give life from the dead situation? Who will bring life from a dead situation? I'm seeing a dead situation, deadly situation. Who can give life? He. He brings forth the living from the dead. My future is dead for me, and He will give me life in the future at a point where I am seeing my very despicable moment. He gives me freshness and liveliness. He delivers me. He is the creator. Why don't you believe? Believe now. God is most superior. He has all powers. He has the power to give life to the dead ones, and He can take away their life from the living and cause death. He has power over everything. He causes your knowledge to die, and He makes His wisdom to survive and increase in its strength of survival. until such time its demise is prepared. He will increase in strength and then die. You have seen so many people before death; they will have a bright face, and all their miseries have gone, and their face is like a luminous one. Just before death, half an hour, 1 hour, or half day, one day, they will be perfectly feeling fit, and then they will die. This is how Allah catches their life. All their sins are forgiven. So He gives a day of reprieve and relief, and then he must feel the forgiveness and show thanks to Him for all the moments. And the moments are nearing. He may die sooner. He is going to be captured with salam. And you have seen so many people. And the final moments, they have the brightness and then they die. God has forgiven them. Those who are suffering and mourning to death, things may be different. We do not know what the death will be. So hope for that final achievement. That will be the attainment. That will be the success towards my future. After my death is my future. Not until my death is my future. It is after the death is my future. Until the death is my surviving towards attainment of that beautiful moment of death. I will not be mourning to death. I will be very pleasing to be embraced by His benevolence, grace, mercy, and forgiveness. Thereafter, my attainment is complete. Sends His messengers down with the inspiration of His command upon whomsoever He will among His bondmen, among His servants. So, who are Allah's servants? Who think about Him in the direst situation, directly connecting with Him, forgetting everything about me and around surrounding me. And His word is true. And there is a solemn oath between me and Him that I am for you, He says, I say, I am submitting to you. Whenever He sends a command on you, that's a wish, that's a wisdom that's going to be created. The moment I accept it, I give it back to Him that you are the owner of it. I won't keep it. If I keep that wish within me, I slowly begin to caricature it into some cartoonic object, and then I follow it. So immediately, the moment I receive something from Him as a beautiful message, I submit it back to Him. So this is the covenant. Whatever I give you, give it back to me. Don't play later on after spoiling it. Immediately you give it to me. So you fulfill my covenant. And I will fulfill your covenant. So when I give you the promise, give the promise back to me, that's the covenant. Don't keep it with you. I am the owner of it, and I am the deliverer of it. Believe now that I must survive in a beautiful manner. I must live a pleasant life in this world. This is the promise God is giving you because it is not within your hands, within your limitations. So give it back to me, immediately give it back to me before Shaitan makes it a turn towards the worse. Immediately he will turn it towards a material formation that has ended your claim to God's mercy on you, because you changed it from its pristine purity to its the it has been deprived of its liveliness. It has been adulterated. The longer you keep His promise inside you, He will turn it towards a material one, and thereafter you will corrupt it, and you follow the corrupt ways of shaitans. So immediately return it back to me without a pass, then it is in a pristine pure form. You become godly, and God guides you towards, and thereafter He will give you the belief also, strengthen that belief and perseverance and patience also. Nothing will be working here. My mind is not here, but my mind is here. Your five knowledges, special senses, that is the animalistic instincts are there, that is sent down to your mind. That is working well here against the wish of God. God is creative force, and this is a spoiler of the creative force. Don't use your brain. Don't allow the satanic workplace work for you. Only the God will be peacefully giving you His message and thereafter return it back to me. Believe in me. You are already in that environment. You don't see the results happening in material form, but you're that environment. The whole environment will be getting up towards fulfilling your promises that I had given you, and your promises with me that I will take good care of it. So you have given it back to me, and that's going to work for you. So you fulfill my covenant. God says, I will fulfill your covenant. This covenant is the same. I gave you a certain thing and you accepted it, and then you return it back to me. What if we don't return the covenant back to Him? We will be suffering in the end, thinking that we are following this wish, God given wish. It is not so. You already transformed it into a material thing that is already dead and gone. You are taking it to the future. Now, the same thing, you are taking it to the future in material form. That is not what God has granted to you. But you think this is what God has given to you. And it is think that it is your job now to accomplish it. When you meet the dead end, then you turn to God. Then you submit now. What you're submitting, help me in my striving, whatever passages I had gone through, the recesses of passages I had gone through, you help me in that. It is not that way. Totally, it's a different. What I gave is different. What you had gotten is entirely different one. It is not the place where I can definitely show you my mercy, but still, I am giving you a reprieve. Turn again at this moment. Turn to me and entrust with me everything that you have as your wish. Don't entrust me with a desire already that you had transformed it into a material shape. Don't bring it to me. Come to me in total abstractness. Come to me in a way that you don't imagine anything beyond me. I am going to create you. So now, if we want our prayers to be answered, turn to Him without any material benefits that I'm expecting in my way of uh, uh, my way of taking things in my life. It is not going to be granted. Forget it totally. Turn to Him. Nothing is in your hands. Whatever you are treading through is evil. So forget it, and believe that things are going to come from Him in a direction, from a direction unknown to me. Then the God's help you can see. The environment changes. Your mind is comforted now. Your soul is resting in peace now, not after death, even now. All my efforts have gone in vain, and I have no energy to strive further, and I have no hopes of living. I am already dead. Now let the heart rest in peace, even while you are living. This is when you will see rest in peace. Now I am resting entire my wish with God, and I became now godly, and He is saving me now. He is guiding me. He is creating a situation, an environment around me, and that atmosphere is beautiful for me. There is nothing like apprehension, anxiety, or anything but peace is in the heart. That peace in the heart is most important if I am godly or ungodly. Relive your entire future from this moment onwards. Don't allow your knowledge to intervene. Don't allow your knowledge to corrupt the wish. Don't take every single wish as a material thing that you had known of already. Now the supplication from you in absolute submission that you are entrusting with Him, you can see God is a performer of His promise. He never fails in His promise, and we don't fail Him. This is the end stage of our life that we are going to be created every moment. We are not depreciating every moment as we used to think. My mind is not depreciating. My body will die definitely. That is not life here. My mind is life here. My mind must be comforted. Unless I remove the knowledge from me, the five senses, the animalistic instincts I remove, and my mind is not corrupted, because my mind houses the soul when it delivers me His benevolence and blessings. That nothing to worry, have peace. That peace should not be corrupted, disturbed because of the animal instincts. I am inspired by my soul. My angels are there with me. My godly words are there with me. His blessings are there with me. I am in the process of being forgiven and given a new lease of life to the mind, and comfort is will be the best honor that I can preserve. And this is honor I am giving to my God also, because I am preserving His honor. I am now entering into this world with an honorable existence. We enter now today with these two verses 16, chapter 16, verse number 1, and chapter 16, verse number 2. So, fear him alone. If you use your knowledge, fear him. If you don't use your knowledge, definitely he is appreciative of you. The message is there already, and it has already started happening in you. Don't corrupt your mind with your knowledge. Forget your knowledge. Be in the pleasure of Allah and be in the embrace of Allah. Allah is ever forgiving, Allah is ever promising, and whenever you receive some good news from Him, give it back to Him. Chapter 2, verse number 40 delivers you that I have bestowed beautiful things in the life of your past. So you follow my covenant, I'll follow your covenant. You obey my covenant, I'll obey your covenant. You fulfill my covenant, I will fulfill your covenant. I am giving you certain things, you accepted, this covenant is over. When I give you, you accept it, you want it, the covenant is over. And give it back to me. That's it. Don't keep it with you. After that, you will see the beautiful environment. Don't take it into your into your mind and then corrupt it with your knowledge and transforming it into a down to earth material thing. Follow it later on towards a deathly drive. We don't want that. Put it back to him. Wait for his beautiful moments to appear before us every day, making me to ascend up to his expectation and not hopefully but believing that his word will be true. The comfort that I have in my heart has peace. Always we shall rest in peace, even while we are living, not after death. That rest is not resting in peace. Now resting in peace is a real life. I have nothing for tomorrow to live, but everything from him to be blessed upon me for the living for the life of tomorrow. Here we end today.